Hi everyone, welcome to the quick little guide on managing invoices in your Xoro system. I'm just in the invoice center here. A quick little thing about invoices is once you have a shipment created on your sales order, so either if you're connected to a 3PL externally and they can create a shipment on a sales order, that's going to generate an invoice from your sales order. And anytime those invoices are generated, they're going to appear in the invoice center. So that's the difference between a invoice and a sales order. Is an invoice is actually going to affect your accounts receivable, so it's going to have a financial statement attached to it, and it's actually a representation of a shipment on a sales order, whereas a sales order is more or less a draft of an invoice. So over here on the invoice center, I can actually manage the invoices just by, I can double click them similar to how we do in other centers. I can right click on an invoice, I can pay it, I can show payments here, I can show any credits that have been applied, show deposits. I can send a pay invoice link, which will send a link to the customer for the invoice. And if the invoice is unpaid, it'll actually kindly ask them to pay the invoice based on the amount that's left, the amount that's due. I can edit the invoice in a new window. So I can do all sorts of things here just from this invoice center. Um, I can also enable and disable tons of columns here, and basically arrange this however I like. One of the key things about the Invoice Center is if you want to print or email them out. So there's actually quite a few ways to do this. You can open an invoice and just double click it from here, and even just go print, and then just select your template here and then print it. So if you print the invoice, you actually have the option of exporting it out to Excel, PDF, or even printing it to your attached printer. You can email it as well. So if you click on here, what you can actually do is you can add it to your email queue and then basically flush your queue at the end of the day. Or if you want to send the invoice right then and now, you can just go click here, add and preview, and basically it's going to open a new page where it'll ask you where you would like to send the invoice. So there's actually quite a few ways to print and email as well. So you can print and email multiple invoices at once too. I can just select a bunch, click on options, and I can print and email as well from here. So that's the quick little guide on how to manage your invoices. And as you can see, there's tons of columns where you can add and view information on these invoices. And in addition, you can also do advanced searching, just like you can in other centers, and export this list of invoices as well.